Hello, sinners. It is I, Father Evil, and I invite you to Destination Station on YouTube.
Bagels can go to Destination Station. This buddy is the bomb. Love him.
Yep.
Fucking A.
Yep.
I had to say that for a reason.
Freddie, take that, motherfucker.
All right. Okay. Fuck you. Yeah. Jamie Kennedy. Subscribe to my man, Destination Station, right now if you want the best content.
What's up? Welcome to Destination Station. As always, I'm Destin. Thank you for clicking on this video. Subscribe to Destination Station if you want Scream, Halloween, and everything in between. And follow me on all my socials. All the links are down in the description below. And I am wanting to talk about, I'm going to make a quick little video about this.
Hey, man, get to the damn fucking part.
And, you know, I was kind of late to this. I did not get the opportunity to go out and see Terrifier 2 again at the theaters to see the teaser trailer opening sequence of Terrifier 3. A lot of people did. I'm super jealous of y'all. But some of it I did get to see online. Some of it got leaked. I'm not going to show any footage here because I don't want this to be demonetized or taken down or anything. But I do want to talk about this. I like the tone that they're going with this. It's going to have a bigger budget. And we're set around the Christmas season. And with Art the Clown being in a Santa costume and you got a little girl coming downstairs and thinking it's Santa, I can only imagine where it's going to go. I didn't see it no further than that. If there is more to it, don't let me know. I don't like spoilers or anything. I want to save it. I'm just giving you my take on the Terrifier franchise. Like, I was not the biggest fan. I was kind of late to the franchise. I've heard that, you know, Art the Clown was introduced in All Hallows Eve, and then they made their own movie, Terrifier. Damien Leone, I have met. If I can get some pictures, I'll show you. I saw him met him at Texas Frightmare and got some photos with him. And it was a movie that it was just kind of like, I've heard of all the death scenes. It was kind of like one of those movies where I was like, man, that sounds like it's too gory. It's too much, you know, even though that I'm a fan of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Hills Have Eyes and movies that are just a little bit more gory, you know, but my slasher taste in movies is kind of like cool kills and stuff like that. I'm not like the biggest gore hound, you know, or gore whore or whatever you want to call it. But I do like it done subtly. I like cool, unique kills, kind of like Final Destination, quick kills, you know, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, you know, it's kind of a little bit held back. It's kind of spicing up a little bit with these new entries. And then with Halloween, obviously, you know, I like stuff like that. But I just felt like Terrifier was always too gory and almost like, I know it was going for like a more 80s vibe and the color tone and everything about it, but like the first Terrifier movie, I watched it and I just wasn't that impressed. I mean, I was like, oh yeah, that's gross, that's sick, you know, but it takes a little bit more for me to be invested into a franchise than just a bunch of gore and just what's the craziest gore thing you can do. And on top of it, the gore has to look good. The kills have to be looking really, really good, because if it looks like dog shit, then I'm gonna be like, yeah, well, that just doesn't feel right, or that just doesn't look right on camera. Not the case with Terrifier. Terrifier does have some pretty gnarly kills. So, you know, everybody was telling me to check out Terrifier. Wasn't impressed with the first movie. Terrifier 2 gets announced, and I'm kind of like, and I'm not saying the movie was a bad movie. Everybody's got their own taste, you know, to each their own, for real. But when Terrifier 2 came out, I was like, okay, I'm going to give this a shot. You know, I'm going to give this a second chance. I went to theaters to see Terrifier 2, and I was pleasantly having a good time. Like, seriously, I thought the acting was better. I thought the color tone was better. They had a little bit more budget. I thought a little bit, you know, they kind of dabbled a little bit in the lore, and I thought it was kind of cool. I did want more answers and everything, but there was things about it that I was just like, okay, I can get on. It has a very good Halloween type of vibe to it, and I loved our final girl. She was fucking badass, you know. And she's a gorgeous girl, by the way, but like she was a badass final girl. And there was some, you know, bad acting here or there, but I can forgive that because most of our main cast was pretty damn good. And Art the Clown is a very weird and crazy killer, honestly. I mean, it is a horror icon at this point. And we got Terrifier 3 has been greenlit, and we're going to have an even bigger budget, but it's supposed to take the tone of the first movie, so I'm kind of like, you know, concerned a little bit, hesitant on it, but with a bigger budget, it could be very, very surprising. Damien Leone is a very good director. He's a really cool guy. I like what he's done. This is his baby, and he's doubling down on it, you know. But you know, it's been said that this opening scene, it would not even get funded by any of the big studios in Hollywood. So I'm kind of wondering, is this going to be NC-17? It's supposed to have a big theatrical release, so how are they going to get away with it? I mean, Saw X just came out and had some pretty gross scenes too, but Terrifier has always kind of taken that up a little bit of a notch, and with them having a higher budget, just makes me think they're going to double down on the gore. And if it's done right, if it's got a good story, and if it feels really cool, then I'm all game, you know. I like Terrifier, Terrifier 2, Terrifier 1. I just could not get into. I'll give it a second chance. I really will. But Terrifier 3, I am excited to see. And I love the idea of it being around the Christmas setting. And Arthur Clown wearing a Santa suit. Like, I could see a lot of people wearing this, you know, for Halloween and stuff. You know, being like Arthur Clown, but in a Santa suit and stuff. I think that'd be really cool to see around, you know, Halloween time. But, what do you guys think about Terrifier 3? Are you a huge fan of this? The way I always viewed like certain horror movies, especially my slasher movies, was kind of like, I love horror movies and I love kill scenes. I love creative kill scenes, but I like a little bit of class with my trash. Does that make sense to y'all? Like I want the ooey gooey killing. I like the good, you know, slasher vibe to it, but I don't want it to be to the part where it's distasteful. You know, prime example of, and I don't think this is a slasher movie, but I've never really seen it, so I can't judge it. But like the Human Centipede, I've heard how gross that movie is. I choose not to see it. I just don't want to see that. It might have a good story, it might be really well made, but just the idea of what it is and how gross I've heard by word of mouth, I just don't want to see that type of shit. And so I just can't pull the trigger on watching it, you know. So much stuff is coming out. And I am more of a whodunit, like a meta slasher whodunit type of fan. But I do like my regular slashers like Michael Myers, Chucky, Jason Voorhees, Art the Clown, like this type of stuff. Like, I do like it. So Art the Clown, definitely a horror icon. Definitely enjoyed Terrifier 2, and I actually enjoyed it more the second time I watched it. But Terrifier 3 has me excited. I like to see more movies set around the holiday season, especially Christmas season. You know, we got rumors that Scream 7 is going to do the same thing, set around the Christmas season, you know. Would that be crazy if Ghostface was wearing a Santa suit in one scene or something? Like, that would be kind of odd. I don't know if they'll go that far with it, or if Christmas is just going to be in the backdrop, you know. I already made a video about that. But yeah, everybody's wanted a Friday the 13th movie set in the snow and iced over Crystal Lake and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's cool that we actually are getting this. And we also have It's a Wonderful Knife. That's a Christmas slasher movie that's coming out. Kind of more of a horror comedy type of direction with it. But we also have Eli Roth's movie Thanksgiving coming out with Patrick Dempsey from Scream 3. Detective Kincaid needs to come back to the Scream franchise. But it's cool that we're getting these holiday season movies, you know, like Black Christmas and stuff. Like yeah, let's do this. We haven't done this in a while. Valentine, My Bloody Valentine. There's been so much stuff, you know. So Eli Roth has went on record and said he wants to make his version of Halloween that he's always wanted to make, and Thanksgiving is his is going to be that. So I have high hopes for that. And I have high hopes for Terrifier 3. I think Terrifier 3 is probably going to be the best one out of the bunch. You know, it takes a little bit, you know, like maybe a Damien Leone has like finally found his footing in the director's chair and writer's chair, and then just like, ooh, I'm about to make a really badass movie now that I have the budget and the funding behind it, and have a little bit more experience behind the camera. So yeah, props to him, because, you know, like, I've always wanted to be a horror movie director, so he's living my dream. Damn, I'm a sad individual. Anyways, this is Destination Station. Subscribe to Destination Station. Follow me on all my socials down below, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. I'll be right back.
Right back.